Welcome in, Sagittarius. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. My name's Lisa. Welcome to Say It Soul Tarot. For those of you that are new, for those of you returning, welcome back, guys. Again, hope everybody's doing awesome. So, Sagittarius, this is going to be your monthly general love reading for the month of April. I was doing weeklies, but now I'm just doing a mid-month. Just kind of became a lot. That being said, here, this can be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Any placement in Sagittarius. So you're showing up here on my left. I've already pulled your oracle cards here, Sagittarius. The person that you're dealing with in love is on the right. But definitely feel free to swap sides. As you know, time is fluid. So whenever you're clicking on this reading, hopefully something resonates for you guys today. But as always, don't try and make something fit. It's either yours today or it might not be. So, all right, so let's dive on in here, Sagittarius. It definitely looks like there's a bit going on for sure. I feel between you and this person. I feel like for a lot of you, it's interesting that this psychic card came out because I feel like for a lot of you, you and your person here, I feel like you already know what the truth is, but I feel like in the month of April here, you definitely might be saying it out loud, like releasing it, letting everybody know. So there's something you already know, Sagittarius, and I feel like, in the truth be told card here, the owl is wise, but, the owl is releasing all these hearts out. So I feel like, at the end of the day here, whatever you kind of already intuitively know about the situation, it could be with anything, but I feel like it is in relation to this person that you already kind of like know the truth. But I feel like in the month of April, you're speaking your truth. And perhaps in the past, there was something about your pride. Perhaps this message was getting kind of blocked, or you weren't receiving this message like through your abilities here because of pride. But I feel like in the month of April, that is getting removed and this message is coming through. But I feel like it's already something intuitively that you knew here, Sagittarius, about the situation or this person, but now you're like just really seeing it clearly. I want to say, yeah, this one goes down here. Sorry, guys. So I feel like on some level, though, you still kind of like have or are hoping, having some faith here in this situation with this person. But I feel like you definitely might be like verbalizing it using your throat chakra in the month of April and letting this be known, if that makes sense. You're letting something be known to somebody, somebody that's around you here. So with this hoping card, I like it. Beautiful sunflowers in there. We're just starting spring here in the northern hemisphere anyway, which is lovely, which is where I am. So expecting, faith, and manifesting. So I feel like you are hoping that this situation with this person can change. I feel like you still have some hope in your heart, but you are coming through with the Panther energy. So maybe this is the energy that you're coming out of, because the Panther is a little bit, maybe a little bit prideful, a little bit ego. It's funny, we have a lion and a panther here, which are, both can be, deadly on some level. But I definitely feel like, and in this card, the Panther's got its teeth out. So I feel like this really talks about clearing space or clearing things out in your life. And it doesn't necessarily mean this person, but it definitely looks like you and this person have had a break of some kind. So either a break in communication, or it was a complete breakup, either of a long-term situation or a marriage for some of you. But I feel like you're seeing the other things as well in your life, the people that are not supporting you, the people, I just feel like you're seeing things more clearly. And I feel like for a lot of you, maybe you didn't want to say something before, but I feel like you are now. Like I like it, Sagittarius, because I feel like you're feeling empowered, still having hope in your heart for the situation with this person. But again, I'm clearing out. Maybe it doesn't mean that it's a person. It just be like, patterns that aren't serving you, just paying more attention, being mindful about, the mind chatter, and, getting out of your ego here as well, to get these downloads, to get these messages. So again, I love that, because again, I feel like you're kind of like empowering yourself, clearing out, recognizing and clearing out things that are not serving you. any longer. And again, thought patterns, things that things and or people that are not supporting you. So I do like it because I feel like you're seeing things clearly. And it's funny because the bottom of the Sacred Heart deck was heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. So I feel like you're out of any kind of fog that you were in, and just seeing everything and everybody very clearly, as well, and not being afraid anymore to like speak your truth here, which is awesome. I love that. So let's talk about this person, Sagittarius. It definitely looks like, I wasn't going to say this. I was hoping I was hoping this was a new person for you, but I don't feel like it is. They got the return card, so I feel like this is obviously somebody that you know. On the return card, it's got second chance, opportunity, making amends. So this person, I feel like is showing up for you here in the month of April. I feel like this person has been, really working on themselves with that transformation card. So again, very nice. I'm not sure who this is for you, but we'll see what comes out in tarot. But I like it because I feel like this person, maybe this person actually had a vision that they did want to return, but they knew that they had to deal with some of their stuff, right? Or some of their issues, whatever caused you and this person to break up in the past or have some sort of separation. But I feel like this person is now stepping into their yin energy, which again is lovely, especially if I'm talking about this was a masculine. So maybe I feel like in the past, this person, really was not empathetic or, wasn't tapped into their emotions. That could very well be, but, we each have masculine and feminine, so don't get caught up in that. But this person is coming through in a more empathetic, feminine way. So I feel like they're kind of like possibly seeing your perspective now on a situation that maybe was not fair in the past. But I feel like this person has been pretty focused. So this gives me the energy of somebody like doing what they need to do to make those changes in order to even attempt to return to you here, Sagittarius, is really what I'm getting. And on the stingray card, it's funny because if you read about the stingray energy, it's somebody developing a spine. So that gives me the energy of this person not having your back in the past, this person folding, this person being spineless, somebody, especially if this is your spouse and this person is supposed to, whether in a relationship or you're married, somebody not having your back with their family or, you know, just not really looking out for your best interest, right? Somebody who kind of like folds, right? Under pressure, somebody who can't, doesn't want to take sides, but, in the end, they end up alienating, their partner, right? Because of that. But those chakras are all turned on. So I do like it. I feel like this person's been trying to really, again, deal with the issues that they had when you were in a relationship with them and trying to make a difference, trying to gather their strength here, which is funny because, again, I feel like this person is, coming into balance with their yin and, again, seeing things from your perspective. Whatever they've been doing, it's now enabling them to see things in a different way. So I feel like this person is pretty determined to make a comeback in your life and to kind of prove to you, Sagittarius, that they really have changed. So I like it. I'm not sure what you're going to do with that, but that's kind of up to you. You have free will, but let's take a look here and see what comes out in tarot now. Let's see. So Spirit Angels and Guides, Archangel Michael, how is this person on Sagittarius's mind? Yeah. Okay, wanted to fall out. So definitely you had a hard ending with this person at some point. A Ten of Swords coming out. How does this person currently feel about Sagittarius? Tell me about their feelings here for Sagittarius. Okay. How does this person currently feel about Sagittarius? Could be a water sign. The Page of Cups coming out. Seven of Wands. The Lover's card and the Four of Swords. Anything else? Ooh, the Tower. Okay. Sorry guys, I like to kind of make a run through the whole deck and see if there's anything that really wants to come out. All right, this makes sense to me given what has come out in their Oracle cards. We have the Emperor on the bottom. So Sagittarius, if you feel like this is your divine counterpart, I feel like this person, I feel like you have stuff to say to them as well, though. So we'll see. And we are in Aries season now with that Emperor card. So maybe this break that you and this person had, a Sagittarius, as you can see here in the bottom of the card, he's got his fingers crossed. That really talks about it. You know, this space or this ending was required for this person and yourself. I feel like to work through some stuff, but I feel like more so for this person. I'm being honest here. So it was a blessing in disguise, this break that you both had away from each other. And it definitely looks like this person has made a choice to heal. So again, you know, coming through with that transformational butterfly energy and doing the work that they needed to do. So that was a block, I feel like, in the past, or that's something maybe in the past they didn't really want to look at or they didn't want to address. But I do like that now that this person has done that. I feel like, you know, it's a work in progress. So, you know, don't expect a miracle from this person. But I do want to say that they have been, you know, hard at it. They have been trying to, you know, heal themselves here. I feel like for some of you, you definitely might be shocked to learn that this person has taken the time here. We have the Hermit and the Strength card. So it's taken a lot of energy for this person, I feel like, to make these changes. But I do like it. And this person, you know, has a lot of love for you. And again, I feel like this kind of dream energy here with the Page of Cups. It's like, you know, can me and Sagittarius work it out? Can we get back together? Can we, you know, get back to the days where we had a lot of fun together here with that page energy and get back to happy times, spending time together? So I feel like this person really misses you, Sagittarius. And again, I feel like you are going to be pretty shocked here that this person, when you learn what they've, you know, been going through or the obstacles that they've tried to overcome. So I don't know, maybe you don't know the whole story here. I feel like maybe you intuitively do. Interesting. But maybe you're going to finally get confirmation of what you already knew. That's really what I'm getting there. All right, let's see how you're feeling, Sagittarius. How does Sagittarius feel about this person? How does Sagittarius feel? Yeah, I feel like some of you definitely may have divorced this person. Not for all of you, but Justice card coming out is the first card. How does Sagittarius feel about this person? More water energy. King of Cups. Ace of, oh, there's two cards here. Ten of Wands and Ace of Swords. Magician. All right, I feel like you've been manifesting this, Sagittarius. Let's be real. I don't know. I'm getting that because you have that hoping card here. All right, I feel like, you know, you want to kind of like come back together with this person as well. I feel like you are kind of open to it, but I feel like you're kind of in the energy of like, well, I'm open to, you know, I have deep feelings for this person, especially if you were with this person for a long period of time. It was, you know, very difficult. It was very, I feel like you carried the majority of that relationship on your back. Sagittarius, and I don't mean that like literally, I mean like Ten of Wands, like this was exhausting dealing with this person and their issues. But I feel like, the truth of the matter is that there is a lot of things about this person that you do really love about them. So I'm not sure, it's going to be different for each and every one of you what, the demise of your relationship was about. Yeah, and I'm kind of getting like from spirit that I'm not supposed to ask what that is. Yeah, and I'm feeling hot all of a sudden. So whatever it was, I feel like this person was embarrassed about it. And that's pretty specific. So I do feel like you're, open to hearing this person out. Like I feel like you want to give this person a fair opportunity to show up differently here, Sagittarius. And again, with the King of Cups, in your feelings, obviously you do care deeply, but I feel like you're trying to be very cautious here if you do let this person back in. And again, letting them and observing them, how they actually show up is going to be important for you, I feel, because you have this sword up, and I feel like, you're like kind of like no nonsense, just like that panther energy, right? Like, I'm not going to put up with any nonsense from this person, especially if I'm going to, kind of like open my heart just a smidge to see. Again, I don't feel like you're opening it the whole way. Again, I feel like you're trying to be balanced here and be fair. I feel like you're trying to be fair here, Sagittarius. So I like that. I feel like that's, given whatever happened with this person, I feel like you're being more than generous by doing that. So don't feel guilty about that. Again, I feel like, this person has grown. They're trying. So I guess I feel like at the end of the day, you're going to have to decide and make that, observe them, pay attention to their words and their actions, make sure that those are lining up, and kind of go from there, right? So let's see if this person's going to take any action. Is this person going to take any action towards Sagittarius in April? All right, so we have the Eight of Cups, the Sun, the Death card, Two of Swords, Six of Swords, Six of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this person wants back in. So it definitely looks like in the past here, either this person left or you did, one of the two. But I definitely feel like it's been highlighted that this person didn't want to walk away, or I feel like they are going to make that known to you. The Sun card there, which you aren't aware of, is that this person actually wants to get back to calmer shores here with you, find out what's on the other side of this, see if there's a chance of some sort of reconciliation here. Yeah, I feel like the Sun in between like the Eight of Cups here and Death is like highlighting that, like, I don't want to walk away from Sagittarius, or I didn't really want to leave, or I'm making my way back, or it's being highlighted that I knew I needed to make those changes before returning to, or even attempting to reconcile with Sagittarius, is really what I'm getting. Six of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this person is really proud of you, Sagittarius, as well. I feel like this person may not, want you to know that, especially if, you already have you're pretty confident type person, but they actually are quite proud of you. And how you've kind of like held things together, whatever that might mean. So if you and this person, for example, were married, and you're the one looking after the kids in the household, and like this person was gone, then I feel like this person actually is, quite proud of how you've like managed to kind of like keep everything afloat. And I'm especially getting that off that Justice card and the King of Cups. So just know that. And again, I feel like this person really does miss you. And I feel like, this person was serious about making those changes. So again, at the end of the day here, Sagittarius, you're going to need to decide, I feel like I just want to say like one step at a time, one day at a time. I feel like you don't need to make any like harsh decisions. Again, just be observant that this person's actions are matching up with their words is really what I want to say. So let's get some messages from this person. And then I'm going to round out your reading here. So let's see some things that Sagittarius may not know. I feel like if you're, I feel like you probably already know these. That's like a card. So I could be talking to a reader or somebody who is aware of their capabilities. But let's see what we get here, guys. Messages to Sagittarius, please. We have I can't handle your love. These feelings are eating me alive. Bottom of the deck is why can't I move on from you? And then I have to split this deck in half because it's so big. So let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out. Messages for Sagittarius, please. Okay, I'm just going to grab a bunch more and see if there's anything else. I just wish they were a little bit smaller, this deck. Any messages for Sagittarius, please? Anything else? All right, I wish I could understand you, and I don't know where to start. And it is dark without you. And I don't understand. 2 emphasis here on understand. I feel like this person is working on that. And I feel like that's why that yin energy is here. That they're more open to hearing what you, whatever happened between the two of you, how that made you feel. Whereas in the past, perhaps this person just kind of like discounted, your feelings. And this half of the deck is I wish I could be a different person. Yeah, this looks good. I feel like this, like I mentioned, this person's really missing you. All of those feelings that they have inside are still there. And again, being more empathetic towards, what happened, what went down between the two of you, and being more open to hearing, I guess, how that affected you here, Sagittarius. So again, I like that because I feel like that could definitely help you either with even if you don't take this person back, just even with your healing, right? Give you some closure if you needed that. So I do like it. I mean, I feel like the ball is bouncing in your court here, Sagittarius, and it's going to be up to you what you do with it. But I do like it. So, and again, they're trying. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end your reading here. Hopefully it made some sense. If it did, I'd love to hear from you. So feel free to make a comment and or hit the like button just so I know as a reader that it did resonate. And if you feel inclined to, feel free to subscribe, hit that notifications bell, and I'll see you guys in your next read.